Hi, my name is Denise Kovacik, and I am Imlay City because I was born and raised there. My family roots run very deep in town as my grandmother retired from Kovacik. My parents owned Rick Guerrero Flooring for 40 years in town, which is a flooring store, and my brother currently owns Imlay City Countryside Market north of town. So as you can see, we have many family members with businesses through town and have worked through town as well. I graduated class of '94. Cool story about that is we were the first graduating class at the new high school, so that was a pretty neat story. And then we were also the football team that made it to state champions. So I was on the cheer team, and we got to go to the Silver Dome, which was very cool, as our town did everything blue and gold, everything Spartan. We had a parade, we had a pep rally at the gazebo. It was just so amazing to see all of the citizens come down to the Silver Dome and cheer on our team that year. I did move away for a little while to go to Specs Howard School of Broadcast Arts. I became a radio DJ in Port Huron. I was a morning show co-host at Q Country 107 for 8 years. And then I decided to get married and have children. And we decided we wanted to move back to Imlay City. My husband grew up in Pontiac in the 70s, and he loved the fact that we could come to Imlay City and people knew our names. People knew our kids' names. They asked how they were doing in school. We'd see people at events in town, and it was just a great community feeling, and we wanted to make sure our kids had that growing up as well. We were friends with our kids, administrators, teachers, staff at the school. We volunteered on the Imlay City Boys Baseball League. He was a coach. I worked in the concession stand, and it was so cool to watch the kids go through each level of baseball onto high school ball, and now even some play college ball. So that's just kind of neat to follow these kids as they grow up here. I wanted to participate in the storytelling project because I just thought it was a very cool way to incorporate everybody's history through town. Anybody you talk to in town always has a cool story to share, and I just think it's neat to compile them so everybody else can get a chance in case you don't get out and about and talk to people. One of the most unique reasons I love being from Imlay City, as I mentioned, is the camaraderie and the citizens know each other, which is something that you don't find in other communities, especially larger ones. You don't know your kids' teachers, you don't know their classmates or their parents. And I've come to realize that as I dropped my kids off at college this week, getting to know the other parents was awesome too, because they were on the same level as we were, and leaving their kids behind was tough for them too, but they're checking in on everybody else's kids too, which I think is amazing. The thing I value most about Imlay City community is growing up there and knowing so many people there. I've always worked a job in town since I had the kids, where I worked at the chiropractic office, I worked at the local newspaper, and now I'm the administrative assistant at the Imlay City Police Department for the last 4 years. So I get to see a lot of people, and I think it helps that I'm a familiar face when they come in. When someone's coming to the police department, it's not their best day. So sometimes they're upset, and I feel like maybe they see me and they're a little more relaxed, or I'm a little easier to talk to. So I think that really helps, and that's one of the things I love about town. One specific story I'd like to share about Imlay City is very personal. Last year, my husband Kurt had a stroke, and it was devastating, very unexpected, and he was unable to go back to work. He's an Oakland County 911 dispatcher, and the aphasia made that very hard for him to do. The community came together and threw a fundraiser for us, and that was very humbling, but the business owners donated items for an auction. Every single police officer, including the chief, worked the event, served dinner, cleaned up, took out trash. I mean, it was amazing. And then to see all the community members come out and support us, it was just something the kids and I and my husband will never forget. And that's a feeling that I hope I can give back to others that are experiencing hardships or anything in town that they might need something. I would hope I'd be able to give back. I envision myself as the future of Imlay City because, like I said, I work in the police department. I love that job. I envision staying there until retirement age. I love helping the community. I love answering phones. I love telling the officers what to do if necessary. But most importantly, I will hope someday my kids will come back to Imlay City. They say they won't, but they always do, and that's what I said at that age too. But I just want them to remember the community is there for you all the time. The citizens care about each other, and it's just a feeling that hopefully will bring them back to Imlay City someday.